So yeah, y'all see the title of the video. Yeah, I'm against this whole idea of leaving America. You know, it's been a constant thing going on the internet, on social media, TikTok, YouTube, where people are pushing this idea of leaving America because they don't like the way America's going. They don't like the direction America's going, which it is very understandable. Yeah, America has its issues, but at the end of the day, every country on the fucking planet has their issues. And just this whole idea, oh, leave America because other countries, you know, have a better life or perceive as better life is all nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the point of leaving one plantation and going to another plantation because some country offers some benefits that America has? Okay, yeah, in some other countries, the cost of living may be cheaper. It may be less taxes over there, or the healthcare may be free. But then you got to deal with other problems in that country. The laws, you know, you got to do research on what to do and what not to do in other countries. Other countries might not allow you to have freedom of speech that you have in America. You know how in the United States you can say fuck the government, you can say fuck the president, and you have that freedom because you have freedom of speech. In other countries, when it comes to certain laws and requirements, you can't do that shit. I mean, look at Kanye West, for example. You know, he went on his little controversial shit, and other countries banned him because of the anti-Semitic controversy. But in America, you see why Kanye is able to do concerts in America? Because America has a freedom of speech amendment. So even if you don't agree with Kanye, he can go and start a stadium, a concert. But in some of these European countries, you know, they ban Kanye from even trying to do a concert. So that should tell you right there. In other countries, you don't have fucking freedom. I'm sorry, not other countries, but in certain other countries, you don't have the freedom of speech that you have in the United States. And I'm not saying that the United States is the only country that has freedom of speech, but, you know, we're one of the best when it comes to it. I mean, I'm sure you have Canada. You know, Canada is kind of like another version of America. You know, you have some other countries, but you besides the point. You know, the grass is not greener. And then in other countries, okay, yeah, they may have free healthcare, but then, you know, they have poverty. The jobs over there may not pay very well. There might not be any jobs over there. Or like if you trying to buy goods or you trying to get goods imported in that country, you will be waiting for days. You know, in America, you know, people don't realize how good they got it. In other countries, you know how in America people love their fast food, they love going to their groceries. In certain countries, you gonna have to grow your shit. You gonna have to hunt for your shit. You may go days without a power. I believe Long Live Langston, he talked about that in his videos. You see what I'm saying? So this whole idea, oh, leave America because, oh, the economy's bad and this is bad, that's bad. I mean, people have a valid point, but you gotta think logic. You gotta think reality. So that's all I gotta say about that shit, man. I'm against that idea of leave America. I do not support that idea. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about that shit.